Hey parents, I wanted to give you some information on baseball bats. Most of the players on our team are moving from recreation league, which would be like Little League, possibly Cal Ripken, and playing travel ball for the first time. The organization that we will be playing travel ball in is USSSA, also known as USSSA, and a lot of people just call it U-Trip. Little League and Cal Ripken bats fall under the bat standard of USA Bats. So USA Baseball has a logo, it says USA Bats, and you can't use a bat other than a USA Bat in rec league. USA Bats are kind of dead. They're made to replicate wood, and they just don't have a lot of pop to them. As we're moving into the USSSA travel team, or travel baseball, we can now use a different bat. And these bats, instead of having the USA logo, these are USSSA approved bats, and they'll have a USSSA logo on them. It's a totally different bat. These bats are hot, and we're going to be playing against players that can really hit. They got a hot bat. So just some information for you I think that will help. Number one is I personally only buy my bats from justbats.com. These guys, they sell bats and gloves, that's it, and some accessories. I buy my gloves actually from the same company. It's Just Bats and JustBallGloves.com, JustBats.com. It's the same guys. I call them on the phone, and I always walk through everything with them to make sure I'm getting the best bats. They have a lot of feedback on how they performed and all that. There are two types of bats. You have aluminum bats and composite bats, and aluminum bats are going to be more durable. They're going to last longer. There's a one piece of aluminum, and composite bats are going to crack easier, probably not last as long. They'll come with a 1-year warranty typically, but it's very likely, or very possible I should say, that it could crack, and you have to send it back to the manufacturer, who will replace it within 1 year. They'll replace it, but you've got 3-4 weeks without a bat, and I think they'll only replace it once. But I think that the composite bat's going to have a little bit more pop to it. So some people are going to be more geared towards buying the bat that's going to be, the last the longest, with the aluminum bat, and be more durable. I should say it that way. Some people might say, man, I want my kid to have the biggest pop. I want to get the composite bat, and I'm just going to risk it. If you get the most recent bats or latest bats, you're looking at, $230 to $350 just for a normal bat in this range. The two bats that I purchased for the team was the Cat 8, Marucci Cat 8, in a 30-inch and in a 31-inch bat. That's the current bat. That's the size bat that's most, according to Just Bats. I went through this with them. I was like, hey, this is my players. These are my players. What are going to be the bats that are most sizes that are most used? And it's 30 and 31-inch. And so I bought two of those. They are the aluminum Cat 8 bats. They're hard to find. As a matter of fact, I couldn't, they're sold out. And as I was on the phone, I found them on another website, and the guys said, yeah, man, I would buy it if I were you, if you're starting your season right now. So I went ahead and bought the Cat 8s. You're not going to find Cat 8s in that size at 30 and 31, but you don't need to, because I bought two. And then my son uses a 29, so I think I'm going to go ahead and buy a Helmet Composite 29-inch. So I know some of you, I talked to one parent whose son uses a smaller bat. Somebody may use a bigger bat, whatever it is, but I just want to give you some guidelines. You have to decide between aluminum and composite, which I just explained what the differences are there. The aluminum bat is going to be more durable. Composite bat's not as durable, probably has a little more pop. Composite bats are also known for having to be used a few times before it's like they have to be broken in before they deliver that pop. A time or two in the cage, and they'll be fine. They don't require as much as they used to did. You want to probably look for a drop 10 bat. So drop 10, you'll see sometimes on a bat, or they'll say you have a little minus sign, and that's the ounces. And drop 10 means the ounces are just 10 ounces less than the length. So the 31 drop 10 is going to be 21 ounces. 30 drop 10 is going to be 20 ounces. You probably want to stick with a drop 10 bat. And there's some good deals out there. So You still might be, if you have trouble finding, like your son uses a 28, and you're like, I want to find a bat that is, you know, I know I can't, maybe I have trouble finding the Cat 8 in a 28 inch. Well, there is the Cat 7. You can get those on justbats.com. They're about 180 bucks, 160 bucks, somewhere in there. And I don't think there's a lot of difference between the Cat 7 and Cat 8. It's just a little older. Also, 2020 bats are about to drop, so they're all going to age a little bit. They are only marginally, my understanding is they're only marginally better year to year. So if you find a Cat 7, it's probably going to be a good bat. If you get a composite bat, that's the bat you're going to want to take care of. You know, make sure it's not getting banged around. That's the bat when I said the other day in my email, I was like, look, you get a composite bat, you can keep your son, like, just let him use it, just because they're really, expensive and not durable. The other thing is, if you are looking for a bat that's a little bit smaller, and you just want to find, find more like a 29 or 28. Also, there is a Buster Posey, a Marucci Buster Posey model bat you can get on justbats.com. They are available, and I believe it's the exact same bat as a Cat 8 with a different paint scheme. So that might be something to look at too. So if you're looking at bats other than a 30 or 31 aluminum, already got those covered, called justbats.com. They may guide you to the Cat 7, an aluminum bat, or you can also ask about that Buster Posey model and say, is this the exact same thing as a Cat 8? And that might be a good option for you. Just remember, drop 10. And if you want to buy a, go up to the composite bat, they have those too. You just understand that the composite bat's not going to be as durable. It has to break in, but it's probably going to have more pop. And just make sure you stay with a drop 10 bat. Those are the important things to know, but I absolutely would not buy anything without calling Just Bats. They are light years ahead of anybody else in terms of customer service, and I think that you'll be very, very pleased with them. Just keep in mind, again, the team will have 30, 31 drop 10 Cat 8 aluminum bats there to use. Now, final thing, you can go onto the website and you'll find Louisville Sluggers and Eastons and all kinds of bats that are less expensive. The bats I'm describing are bats that are known as really high-performing bats. So you can buy a $170, $180 bat, Louisville Slugger, Easton, whatever. It's just not as known for performance as the two bats that I mentioned. The Cats and the CF Zen is the composite bat that I'm looking to purchase for my son. So anyways, maybe that muddied the water, maybe it helped, but it's justbats.com. Check those out. We don't get anything from them. I don't get anything from it. It's just they are that good at just being very honest with you, and so hopefully that helps.